What's up, everyone? Welcome to the video. My name's Kenny, and today we're going to talk about what do I focus on for meals, and how do I go about structuring my diet. So I know a lot of you guys probably follow IIFYM, or if it fits your macros, and for me, personally, I don't necessarily follow that. What I tend to do is I tend to track protein, and then I focus more on calories. So the reason I do this is because as long as you're getting enough protein in, you're gonna ensure that you're building muscle and keeping your muscle. And as well, calories in versus calories out is ultimately what's gonna determine how you look. So if you want to bulk, you got to make sure that you're in a caloric surplus, and if you're dieting, you got to make sure you're in a caloric deficit. And as long as those things are in place, that's the main things that you need to get going in order to achieve your goals. And then, of course, the protein is also very important so you can build muscle. I don't focus so much on the carbs and the fats, and that is because I really don't want to be too picky, and I don't want to be too specific about this. When you get so minute about all those little details, then I find that it just kind of takes the fun away from dieting and the whole fitness experience. If that's something that you guys want to do, go ahead. If you want to be that specific, be my guest. But I find that some days naturally I eat higher carb, some days I eat higher fat naturally, and as long as your calories are on point and you're eating healthy meals, which is very important. I think IIFYM kind of gets a bad rep where people tend to promote possibly unhealthy meals, and as long as it fits your macros, then it's kind of good to go. But I know not everybody that does, if it fits your macros, does that, and quite a lot of people preach against that, and they say to eat healthy meals as well. So that's definitely important. But as long as your meals are healthy, for me personally, whether that day is high carb or higher fat, it all kind of balances itself out. So I'm more focused on the protein, more focused on the calories. If it's less meals for the day, because I want to eat a small meal earlier and then eat a big meal out, say if I'm going out with friends or something like that, having a family barbecue, whatever. Or if I'm at home and I want to space out my meals and I want to snack more throughout the day, then I might do that instead. So it really just depends. So I'm not too specific, and that's the fun of fitness. We wanna keep this fun. We don't want to take the fun out of this, because you can only be on a regimen for so long. But if this actually becomes a part of your lifestyle, and you give yourself time to slowly adjust as far as eating healthier meals, and as far as kind of say eating higher protein and being just healthier in general, then your body over time, if you give yourself enough time, will start to get more and more used to it, and this kind of becomes second nature. Strangely enough, I never thought of myself as a person who would eat really healthy, but it's kind of been somebody that I became, and I gave myself time to become like this slowly. And you can honestly get to a point where you don't even believe how far you've come. To being somebody that, say, used to eat a ton of junk food, then all of a sudden now you're eating healthy. But just remember, it's important to take it slow. So just to recap there, I focus on the protein. I try to get, honestly, I do a gram per pound of body weight. As long as your body fat is around a normal percentage, do a gram per pound of body weight. And then I like to add around 20 grams to that. So for example, I weigh about 150 pounds right now. I know, pretty light. Quite light, actually. So I try to get 150, but actually that's my minimum. What I actually usually get in a day is anywhere from 170 to 180 grams. So that 20 to 30 grams above the gram per pound of body weight. I find any more going too much higher on the protein kind of makes my stomach feel not the greatest, kind of makes my stomach kind of upset. I'm focused on my calories, whether I'm in a surplus or a deficit for the day. Am I bulking? Am I cutting? And I'm eating healthy meals. That is my main focus. of how I approach my eating. So I hope this helped you guys out. And I think a really important takeaway with dieting and a lot of things in life is you gotta keep in mind that this isn't something that you want to do, especially with dieting. You don't want to do for a short period of time. This is something that you want to maintain for the rest of your life. So getting into shape, you want to get lean and then you want to stay lean. If you're dieting for a competition, you're not going to want to stay as lean as that contest shape, but you're still going to want to keep some level of leanness. So I think, guys, the really important thing here is to remember is to keep it fun and keep it sustainable. Give yourself time. Eating healthy is very important. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel more full. And it's going to make dieting a lot easier. But you guys have to remember, you got to keep it fun. If this doesn't become something that's fun for you, if this isn't something that's sustainable for you, then quite simply you're not going to sustain it. It's going to be something that you can maybe sheer willpower your way through, but eventually you won't be able to do it anymore and it'll be a thing of the past. But if you take your time and you make this something that your body can adjust to and you can make a part of your life, then it's going to be a lot better. You're going to see a lot better results and you're going to see long-term results, which is what we're really aiming for.